My beloved child. There is a hush before the dawn, a pause where destiny gathers its breath. Something written for you has been waiting beyond time, wrapped in patience and devotion. This message does not rush, yet it arrives now, because your heart is finally ready. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says this moment has been guarded with unseen hands, and what opens now was protected through storms you never saw. There were nights when silence felt heavier than words, yet that silence was shaping the sound of what you are about to receive. The message coming to you carries warmth, intention, and a promise that did not fade when distance tried to erase it. Your future spouse has been sending this message quietly, not through noise but through feeling, through alignment, through the pull you could not explain. It traveled through patience rather than urgency, because real connection does not shout, it waits until the soul listens. This is why your spirit has felt a gentle anticipation without knowing its name. There was preparation on both sides, unseen growth, unseen healing, unseen strengthening of resolve. Two paths were being cleared at the same time, even when they seemed to move in opposite directions. Nothing was delayed without purpose, and nothing was lost along the way. This message opens not with demand but with recognition, a knowing that reaches beyond words. It carries respect for your journey, for the battles you survived, for the resilience you did not boast about. It sees you fully, without needing explanation. Type Amen to get blessings 111. The message says you were noticed long before you were approached. Your patience spoke louder than impatience ever could, and your integrity left a mark without trying. What drew them closer was not perfection, but authenticity that remained intact under pressure. There was a moment when they realized you were not temporary, not a passing chapter, not a lesson to be closed. That realization came quietly, settling deeply, changing how they saw the future unfolding. From that moment, intention replaced uncertainty. This message carries reassurance rather than urgency. It says you do not need to rush or prove anything, because what is meant for you recognizes you without effort. You are met where you stand, not where you pretend to be. There is an unspoken promise of steadiness woven into these words. Not excitement that burns out, but devotion that endures seasons. This is the kind of connection that breathes even in silence. Type Amen to get blessings 222. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says this message arrives now because your discernment has matured. You are no longer drawn to illusions dressed as affection. You recognize substance, depth, and truth without needing to chase them. Your future spouse speaks of admiration for your strength, especially the strength you rarely announce. They have seen how you remain gentle without becoming weak, firm without becoming harsh. That balance is what drew their heart closer. The message speaks of safety, emotional and spiritual, not control or possession. It offers partnership rather than dominance, companionship rather than dependency. This connection grows side by side, not above or beneath. There is gratitude within this message for your patience during times of waiting. Not all waiting was empty, and not all solitude was loneliness. Much of it was preparation for what could last. Type Amen to get blessings 333. This message acknowledges the timing that once felt confusing. Paths did not cross earlier because both hearts needed refinement. What meets now is stronger than what could have met before. Your future spouse expresses clarity, not hesitation. They have chosen intention over distraction, depth over convenience. Their message carries calm certainty rather than restless desire. They speak of shared mornings and quiet evenings, of growth rather than drama. Of support that does not disappear when challenges arise. This is a bond designed to mature, not to collapse under pressure. There is respect for your individuality within this message. You are not asked to shrink or change your essence. You are welcomed as you are becoming. Type Amen to get blessings 444. The message continues with an understanding of your past without dwelling there. What you endured shaped wisdom, not bitterness. That wisdom is honored, not questioned. Your future spouse speaks of building rather than rescuing. They do not come to fix you, nor do they expect you to fix them. They come ready to build something mutual and lasting. There is a softness in their words that carries strength beneath it. A promise to listen as much as to speak. A willingness to grow together rather than apart. This message holds space for laughter as well as seriousness. Joy is not forgotten in the pursuit of responsibility. Love here is meant to feel alive, not heavy. Type Amen to get blessings 555. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says what is opening now is protected by truth. Illusions fall away where this connection stands. What remains is real, steady, and anchored. The message speaks of commitment formed through understanding, not impulse. It recognizes that love deepens through shared effort. There is readiness here, not fantasy. They speak of choosing you daily, not only when it is easy. Of remaining present through changes and growth. This is not a fleeting promise but a sustained one. There is patience in how this message unfolds. Nothing is forced, nothing is rushed. Trust is built naturally, layer by layer. Type Amen to get blessings 666. The message honors your voice and your boundaries. It does not seek to silence or overshadow you. Your truth is welcomed, not feared. They speak of shared values aligning quietly over time. Of recognizing familiarity without confusion. Of peace that does not demand explanation. This message carries gratitude for who you are becoming. Growth is noticed, celebrated, and respected. You are not compared to anyone else. There is confidence here, not insecurity. No need for games or manipulation. What is offered is straightforward and sincere. Type Amen to get blessings 777. The message continues with a vision of partnership rooted in trust. Not perfection, but consistency. Not intensity alone, but endurance. They speak of learning your rhythms and honoring them. Of standing with you, not ahead of you. Of walking together through evolving seasons. There is emotional availability within this message. Feelings are not hidden or withheld. Communication flows with honesty and care. The tone is gentle yet grounded. Affection without pressure. Commitment without fear. Type Amen to get blessings 888. This message carries reassurance for moments when doubt tried to whisper. You were never forgotten. You were never overlooked. Your future spouse speaks of alignment rather than coincidence. Of paths converging because they were meant to. Of recognition that feels natural. There is respect for the pace that honors both hearts. No rushing ahead of readiness. No lingering in uncertainty. This message closes with calm confidence. Not urgency, not suspense, but peace. A knowing that what unfolds will do so in time. Type Amen to get blessings 999. As this message settles, remember this truth remains steady. What is meant for you arrives without needing to be chased. What is real recognizes you naturally. There is nothing you need to force. Nothing you need to fear. You are aligned with what is unfolding. This message was sealed with patience and delivered with purpose. Receive it without anxiety. Let it rest where peace resides. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Type Amen to get blessings 1111. The silence that follows is not emptiness. It is space for alignment. It is room for what comes next. This message has opened because you were ready to receive it. Not earlier, not later. Now. Type Amen to get blessings 1212. Let what unfolds do so gently. Trust the calm you feel. It is guiding you correctly. Type Amen to get blessings 1313. The quiet you feel now is not the end of the message, it is the doorway into its deeper meaning. What has begun to open will continue to reveal itself gently, layer by layer, without force or confusion. This continuation carries steadiness, reassurance, and a sense of grounded expectation. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says the bond forming around you is anchored in sincerity and truth. It is not built on illusion or fleeting emotion, but on intention that has matured through time. This connection stands firm because it was shaped in patience, not haste. Your future spouse's message continues with a tone of calm devotion. It speaks of presence that remains even when circumstances shift. It promises consistency that does not disappear with difficulty. They express a desire to know you deeply, not to define you, but to understand you. There is respect for your inner world and appreciation for your perspective. You are seen as a companion, not an accessory. Type Amen to get blessings 111. This message carries assurance that you do not need to become someone else to be loved. What you are is enough, and who you are becoming is welcomed. Growth is embraced, not resisted. There is an emphasis on shared effort rather than one-sided sacrifice. Both hearts contribute, both voices matter, and both paths remain honored. This union is balanced and mutual. Your future spouse speaks of building trust through actions, not just words. Reliability is offered freely, without condition. Stability is not promised lightly, but sincerely. Type Amen to get blessings 222. The message acknowledges that love matures through understanding rather than intensity alone. It values calm connection as much as passion. It recognizes peace as a sign of alignment, not boredom. There is an intention to support your purpose, not distract from it. Your goals are respected, your calling is encouraged. You are not asked to choose between love and growth. This message carries a promise of emotional availability. Feelings are shared honestly, without fear of vulnerability. Communication flows with clarity and care. Type Amen to get blessings. 333. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says what unfolds next will feel natural rather than forced. There will be no need to chase clarity or demand reassurance. Understanding will come through presence and consistency. Your future spouse speaks of standing beside you through change. They do not fear evolution, they welcome it. They see growth as something to share, not something to survive. There is reassurance that disagreements will not become divisions. Differences are approached with respect and patience. Harmony is maintained through listening and empathy. Type Amen to get blessings. 444. The message continues with gratitude for the timing of this connection. Earlier chapters prepared both hearts for what can last. Nothing feels rushed, and nothing feels delayed now. There is an awareness of responsibility within love. Care is taken with words, actions, and intentions. This connection is treated as something valuable, not casual. Your future spouse speaks of choosing commitment with clarity. There is no hesitation in their intention. They step forward with steadiness, not uncertainty. Type Amen to get blessings. 555. This message carries calm confidence about the future being built. Not a perfect future, but a real one. One shaped by cooperation, respect, and shared values. There is an understanding that love requires presence, not perfection. Effort is consistent, not conditional. Support is offered freely, not earned through struggle. The message affirms that you are not walking alone anymore. Even in moments of silence, connection remains intact. Distance does not diminish what is rooted in truth. Type Amen to get blessings. 666. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says this continuation arrives to strengthen your assurance. What is aligning with you now carries peace rather than confusion. Trust what settles calmly within you. Your future spouse speaks of loyalty that is steady and sincere. It does not depend on convenience or circumstance. It remains firm through both ease and challenge. There is a shared vision forming quietly. It does not demand immediate answers. It grows naturally as understanding deepens. Amen. The message reminds you to remain present and open. There is nothing you need to rush ahead of. What is unfolding will reveal itself at the right pace. This continuation closes with reassurance rather than suspense. What is meant to stay will not fade. What is real will continue to show up. Receive this message with calm expectation. Let it settle without pressure. Allow trust to grow where peace already exists. Type Amen to get blessings. May clarity remain with you. May patience continue to guide you. May peace confirm each step forward. Type Amen to get blessings. 7777. What unfolds now is quieter but deeper, like roots strengthening beneath the surface. The message no longer arrives to awaken you, it arrives to steady you. This is the phase where reassurance replaces anticipation. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says the connection aligning with you carries endurance. It is not dependent on mood or moment, but anchored in intention. What grows here is designed to last beyond temporary seasons. Your future spouse's message continues with calm assurance. It speaks of showing up consistently, even when nothing dramatic is happening. Presence itself becomes the language of love. They express an understanding that life moves in cycles. Joy, effort, rest, and rebuilding are all honored. Nothing is abandoned when it requires patience. Type Amen to get blessings. This message affirms that you will be met with honesty. Truth is not hidden to avoid discomfort. Clarity is chosen because respect matters. There is a sense of emotional maturity woven through every word. Reactions are thoughtful, not impulsive. Care is taken with what is shared and how it is shared. Your future spouse speaks of valuing peace within the connection. Not silence born of avoidance, but calm born of trust. This peace becomes a foundation rather than a goal. Type Amen to get blessings 123. My beloved child. The message acknowledges that commitment grows through daily intention. Small acts of care are not overlooked. Consistency is treated as devotion. They speak of learning how to support you in ways that feel natural to you. Listening becomes as important as speaking. Understanding becomes more valuable than being right. There is reassurance that your emotions are safe here. They are not minimized or dismissed. They are received with care and patience. Amen. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says this part of the message arrives to remove lingering uncertainty. What aligns with you now does not require constant reassurance. Stability speaks for itself. Your future spouse expresses readiness for shared responsibility. Not burden, but partnership. Life is approached together, not separately. There is an emphasis on mutual respect in moments of disagreement. Differences do not become threats. They become opportunities for understanding. Amen. The message continues with gratitude for your resilience. What you have endured is acknowledged without being revisited. Strength is honored, not exploited. They speak of choosing you without comparison. There is no measuring against the past or others. You are chosen fully, as you are. There is a sense of quiet joy within this message. Not excitement that overwhelms, but contentment that settles. This joy feels sustainable and real. Amen. The message reassures you that love here is not conditional. It does not retreat when effort is required. It remains present through ordinary days. Your future spouse speaks of building trust through reliability. Promises are kept, not dramatized. Words and actions remain aligned. There is confidence that time will strengthen what begins now. Patience is not feared. It is understood as part of growth. Amen. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says what continues to unfold will feel increasingly natural. You will not need to second-guess what is real. Peace will confirm alignment more than words ever could. The message closes this part with a sense of calm expectation. Nothing feels rushed, nothing feels forced. What comes next will arrive with clarity. Remain grounded in the steadiness you feel. It is guiding you accurately. This connection unfolds with intention and care. Amen. May understanding deepen without strain. May trust grow without fear. May peace remain your confirmation. Amen. Now the message moves from assurance into quiet certainty, like morning light that no longer questions the night. What once felt distant now feels nearer, not through urgency, but through alignment. This part arrives to anchor your heart in calm expectation. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says what is forming around you carries emotional clarity. Confusion fades where truth is present. You are not asked to guess, only to receive. Your future spouse's message speaks of reliability as a form of love. Being there is not occasional, it is consistent. Presence becomes a promise that does not need repeating. They speak of choosing calm over chaos. Drama does not define this connection. Peace becomes the atmosphere where love breathes. Type Amen to get blessings. This message affirms that you will be supported, not overshadowed. Your voice remains respected and heard. You are encouraged to stand fully in who you are. There is reassurance that effort will be shared equally. You are not carrying the weight alone. Partnership replaces imbalance. Your future spouse expresses a desire to grow together rather than apart. Change is welcomed, not resisted. Evolution strengthens the bond instead of weakening it. Amen. The message carries an understanding of emotional safety. Feelings are not used as weapons. They are handled with care and responsibility. There is a steady patience expressed here. No pressure to rush milestones. What unfolds does so naturally and with intention. Your future spouse speaks of honoring your boundaries. Respect is not negotiated. It is freely given. Amen. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says this phase confirms that what aligns with you now is grounded. It does not sway with uncertainty. It stands firm through consistency. The message continues with assurance that trust will deepen through time. Nothing is demanded before it is built. Everything grows through mutual effort. There is clarity in how commitment is expressed. Not through grand gestures alone, but through everyday presence. Loyalty is lived, not announced. Amen. This message acknowledges the importance of stability. Not stagnation, but dependable rhythm. A connection where both hearts can rest. Your future spouse speaks of facing challenges together. Not turning away when things become difficult. Unity becomes the response, not distance. There is reassurance that communication remains open. Silence is not used as punishment. Understanding is always sought. Amen. The message carries gratitude for your patience and self-respect. Waiting did not weaken you. It refined your discernment. They express appreciation for your authenticity. There is no desire to change your essence. You are valued for who you truly are. This part of the message settles into calm confidence. No suspense remains. Only quiet assurance. Amen. Amen. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says what continues from here will unfold steadily. You will recognize truth by the peace it brings. Let that peace guide you forward. The message closes this part with grounded certainty. What is meant to stay will remain consistent. What is real will continue to show itself. Remain present and open. There is nothing to force. Everything arrives in its proper time. Amen. May steadiness surround your heart. May clarity remain with you. May peace continue to confirm your path. Amen.